today we will be talking about something like dispatcher console for admins and dispatcher consoles for the dispatchers. Before we going into that, let's build our team. Means how means we will create two users because it is our development on. So let's create a service a resource and to represent a field technician in your territory. The brand new territory which I will be creating, that will be represented. Okay. So let's do that, and then we'll be talking about the navigations of dispatcher console. What are the components? How this has been used? We will be talking about that. Now we will build our team like using these users. Using these users, we will be doing the scenarios, means how they will be working as a dispatcher and they will be navigating the functionalities in the dispatcher console and how the service resource is tagged to the service territory. And today I will create a fresh brand new. It was created in my system. Today I will be creating for you brand new, and then we will be going through the dispatcher console. Okay. So now first what I would like to do, I will go to the service territories. Okay. So first we will be creating the service territories. I will create a service territory for you. Okay. So my purpose is, I will create a service territory. Okay. I will create a service resource. We will be working as a field technician. We will see how he will receive the job in his calendar. Then I will be creating a field service admin. So here I will make myself as a field service admin and also field service dispatcher. Okay, and then we will be tagging this service resource to service territory. So we will first set up our team. Okay, this is the first prerequisite we need to do. So let's create a service territory. If I'll go to here, let's create a service territory. So you already know that service territories, it will help you to organize your workforce. Okay, that is typically represent the geographical areas where, suppose I am a dispatcher. Okay, I am a dispatcher or I am a field service admin. So I'm just building my team now so that they will be taking care of that customer services. We can give the customer services. So here service territories, they typically represent the geographical areas where my teams are working. Okay, so I will give a territory here, suppose Los Angeles. Okay, so now what I will do, so this can also be the functional territories, means such as field sales and field service. So for example, I may assign a mobile worker with a home base of Los Angeles to the Los Angeles territory. Okay, just like just like the mobile workers, dispatchers are also assigned to the service territory also. When they are working in the dispatcher console, they see only the territories that they manage. So that's why I can say you dispatchers can also be assigned to the service territory. So let me first create this service territory. So you know we have created an operating hours which is Pacific Coast 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That operating hours we have created. So okay, so this is the service territory creations. I will make this active. Okay, so and you can click on that save. Okay, this is the process which we have followed. Now there is another process which I have told you, like being a field service admin, you can follow the guided setup also. So I can show you the two types from where you can create. So this is the first type. From the record level, from the tab level, you can create the service territory, and this is the second type from where you can create the service territories. So for that, what you need to do from app launcher, first you need to open the field service setting. So go to the field service settings. So if I'll go to the field service setting, so where I will do, so I will go to the guided setup. Let it come. So from here you can create, from here you can also create. So let me go to the guided setup. Yeah, it is coming. So I'll go to the guided setup. So let me go to here. So now field service guided setup is coming over here. So look at this. Create service territories. These options are there. So if I click on create service territories, I can create the territory already. I have created some territory for the just doing for some examples. So I have created some territory. Here I have created a territory, some child territory I have associated into it like this. From here you can create that. So let me create a territory today for you, a brand new territory I have created for you. So let me create a territory. So first, what I will do, here I'm going just canceling. So what I will do, I will go to here, Los Angeles I have already created. Let me delete that. I'll create fresh territory for you. Okay. Okay, already some service appointments are associated with Los Angeles, so I will not create or not able to delete that territory from here. So let me do one thing. I will create a territory. Let me just create from here. Okay, so I'm creating a brand new, suppose Los Angeles demo underscore demo. Yeah. Parent service territory, I'm not assigning into it. Operating hours, let me create that operation which I have created for it, make it active. Address, I'm not populating. Scheduling constant, I'm not populating. Save it. Okay, so my service territories has been created from here. So now what I will do, so I am going to here. So let me just refresh this page. My territory will be coming over here. Okay, so this is, look at this, the Los Angeles territory, it is coming over here. So here also you can put the service territory name, and if you click on the add button, so you can also create that service territory. You will open that service territory record, it will redirect you to the record page. So here you can put your service territory name and click on the add button. So this page will come, and here you can populate everything which you want to populate. Okay. So up to this is the process to create service territory. Now what I will do, I will create a service resource and a dispatcher. Okay, I'll create a service resource and dispatcher. So let me do one thing. So I will go to here. Let me create a user first. Fresh user I will create. So I will create a service resource to represent a mobile worker for my brand new territory. So so that's I will play as a part of dispatcher for that territory, which let me manage my service resource appointment assignments from the dispatcher console. Okay. So I'll be creating this team of 2 as of now because it is my development. So let me go to the user. I have multiple old users in my system, so I will create a fresh user for you. So that few settings are required to set up a service resource. So let me show you. I'll create a new user. Let me check how many users. Okay, so let me create a new user. Suppose I will put the name as James, last name Jones. Suppose alias this is the email ID. I'll put it here dot James. So now what I will do, a user I will use, suppose Salesforce, and what I will do, I will create the role as installation and repair services. Okay, it is automatically, as I have mentioned yesterday, that it is coming from the field service managed package. Okay, that installation and repair services, this role, and this role I haven't created. Okay, so now what I will do, just I'll scroll down and profile. As of now, make the profile as a standard user, because it will be available, this the user will be available as a service resource. So I'm not making this service resource as a system admin. Okay, so now I will select service cloud. I will, as of now, I will create this user as a service cloud user. Okay, now what I will do, I have created created that operating hours, and there I have chosen that which the time zone I have chosen. I will be choosing same time zone here. Okay, so let's go to here. Okay, okay, here GMT 7 Pacific Daylight Time, America, Los Angeles. Keep it as it is. Okay, so now what I will do, I will just save it. Okay, okay, no service cloud user licenses available, this is a default, so let me uncheck that. Or what I will do, suppose for one user, okay, let me put here, suppose which I have given the name James Jones alias, let me put this dot suppose James, because it is a default, so you will I'm some licensing issue, but when you will be creating your real-time system, you must be click that option service cloud user for the service resource. So now I'm choosing standard user, role is installation repair services, this is fine. Okay, now I'm saving that. Okay, now this service resource has been created. Now what I will do, I need to make okay, what I will do, my user has been created. Now I need to make this user, as a service resource. How will do the service resource to make this user as a service resource? So let me go to the field service admin again. We will do from the guided setup itself. Let me coming from here, paste, I will refresh the page. Okay, so field service guided setup, we have just landed into this page. Now what I will do, I will go to create service resource. Click on this option. Okay, now the user which I have created, I will choose James Jones from here, because I have created James Jones. Now what I will do, I will choose the territory for him, like Los Angeles demo, which I have created for you. Okay, that James Jones I have created for James Jones. Now what I will do, I'll choose this licenses for him, and add it. It is saving my changes. Okay, look at this. James Jones is available. When I have selected these two options, so what I have done, so I have clicked on this both icons to assign James the scheduling and mobile licenses. So let me go back to user record. If I go to here, look at this. Field service resource license, field service resource permissions, field service mobile licenses. These three permission set assignment has been automatically assigned into that user. Okay. So what I will do now, I will go to the service resource record now. I have created the service record, created the service resource. Now I will go to from service resource record. Let me check. James Jones is available from here. James Jones is available. He is a technician. He is active. Okay. So I have created that. So now I can means James Jones can be James Jones can access his service appointment from the mobile devices also. Okay. So now what I will do, I will make myself as a mobile dispatcher. So how to make myself as a dispatcher? So I'm going to my user. So if I'm logging as a FSL training user, so let me go to the user record, open my open my record like FSL training. So for the understanding purpose, suppose I will just change my name as of now. Suppose I will make myself as a dispatcher. So suppose I will give me the name as um, suppose let me make the name Darren Mac. Okay. So I'll make myself as a name like this. So what I will do, I have changed and everything is there associated. Let me save my user record first. If I go to the permission set assignment, already I have assigned myself as a dispatcher license or as a dispatcher permissions. So this is enough for me. Okay. I can be working as a dispatcher, or dispatcher console will be accessible for me. Okay. And another thing I would like to show you, look at this. If you are a dispatcher person, you are making yourself as a dispatcher, or for you are just configuring a user as a field service dispatcher, click these two options, knowledge user and service cloud user. Okay. Okay. So now what I will do, I will scroll down. One important thing is there which we need to check, like what is my time zone also. It is matching to the service resource. Okay, time zone. So yes, it is matching to the time zone which I have set up for the that service territory. Los Angeles demo for that service territory I have set up. So this should be match, because if this should not be matched, then what will happen? Sometimes, suppose for the daylight saving time, and if that time zone is not matched, being a dispatcher, I will not be able to see the who are the service resource that are available from my territory. Means the territory which I am managing, who are the service resource they are available if that specific time zone are not matching. Okay. So now what I will do, I will go to the operating hours. Let me check in the operating hours that what time zone I have selected there. If I go to the operating hours for Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 4 p.m., look at this. This operating hour is different, and I have assigned that operating hour to service resource. So for the time zone issue, sometimes that service resource will get the service appointment in sometimes delay. So let me change the operating hours for that. So same operating hours which I have selected to create the service resource, let me put that same operating hours. So what it is, GMT minus 7 Pacific Daylight Time. So let me put it GMT minus 7 Pacific Daylight Time. Scrolling down. -7. Yeah. 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So let me just Select, yeah, this one. Okay, let me save it. Okay, I'm going to the time slot. Yesterday we have created the time slot from Monday to Friday. Let me create the time slot for Saturday and Sunday also. So let me create the time slot. Suppose for Saturday, it's a normal time slot. Suppose put 8 a.m. End time is 4 p.m. Okay. So now I'm just saving new in the Sunday. Okay, Sunday I'm not, as of now I'm not creating that time slot. We'll be using Sunday's time slot when we will be doing the scenario for the shift creation. Okay, basically Sunday what will happen on call basis, they will be working. Okay, so now all done. So we have done it. We have set up the field service resource. We have set up the dispatcher person, and this is our team for Los Angeles demo territory. So we have created the service resource and we have created the dispatchers also. We have assigned the actual licenses. So now what I will do, let me go to the service territories first. Okay. One options we need to check that we have selected the operating hours, that service territory is active or not. Okay, okay, this is active. We just need to check once. So as I have mentioned to you, so once you have selected that service territory, you have to assign your service resource to that service territory. How you will do that? You have to go to the related. Okay, one James Jones. Okay, James Jones is automatically associated to the service resource. You remember yesterday I told you that you have to go to that service territory, go to the related list, you have to create new. But what I have done today, I have assigned that service resource from the guided setup itself. So once I have choose that service resource from the guided setup, so automatically that specific service resources assigned to this service territory. Let me open the record. One thing you need to check here, once you have assigned that service territory to this service resource, operating hours is not being populated. You are selecting this operating hours from here. So just close that. So let me put the start date 4th 10:25 a.m. So let me put it 9 a.m. and end date is basically I'll put that service territory end date, suppose 2023. Let me put 2023 November. Save it. Okay. So as it is a developer org, I have made myself a dispatcher. Let me go to the field service dispatcher console now. So my team has been created. I have built my team. That's fine to do the dispatch, scheduling the service appointment. That's fine to do the dispatching the service appointment also. Okay. So let me go to the field service. Let me just check it. Okay. That if I'll choose the territory, so that specific service resource is available or not. So if I'll just uncheck this person and just checking this person. Okay, so let me choose Los Angeles also. So let me save it. It's loading. Okay, look at this. James Jones is available. James Jones is available under Los Angeles demo. I am a dispatcher, so I am able to see that Simon Cliff and James Jones, these two territories I am managing, and these two territories, actually all territories are available over here. I haven't selected that. As of now, I have made myself a FSL administrator as well as dispatcher, because admin and dispatcher, sometimes they can do the same thing. Okay. So that's why I'm able to see all the territories as of now. So this is the territories and this is the service resource. It is already available under my territory in the dispatcher console. So that's all for the build and setup of the service territory and service resources. So first we will go to the dispatcher console for dispatchers. Okay. So this is the dispatcher console. I would like to navigate you through that. This is how it will looking like being a dispatcher, how you can filter out your service appointment, how can create some palettes, how can make your service appointment pinned. All those things you can able to do from here. So how you can bring the maps here. So everything I will be talking to you. I will be explaining you. So first, let me take you the field service. It means you understand the field service lightning journey. So let me explain you how a customer request is logged, scheduled, and completed using field service. So suppose I suppose what is happening in my organizations. It is a solar energy company. So it is actually based in the Southwest United States. Okay. So what it is doing, it is selling, it is installing, it is maintaining the solar energy products. Okay. So it basically uses field service to connect its workforce, products, and customers on one platform to deliver the on-site services. Okay. So created I have 4 key members to this team, for this field service team, who are ready to go. One is Salesforce admin, another is agent, another is dispatcher, another is mobile worker. So admins is basically administrators. I have made myself admin also, because in my user record you will able to see that I have made myself as a dispatcher, and as well as I have made myself as an admin also. So, okay. So now second is dispatcher. Dispatcher is I have already created myself. Mobile worker James Jones. He is experienced. He is an experienced, means suppose solar system installer. Okay. He can do the solar panels, complex solar systems, big and small. He is installing them all. Okay. So now he is suppose one member of the mobile workforce in Los Angeles territory. Okay. Now it's all about this all 3 things is actually we have set up. Now somebody should be there in your team. Somebody should be there in your team who can take the customer calls. They can solve their problems. They can create the work orders for installations and repair. Okay. So you have to create the service agent for that, and you have to make that user and give them the agent permissions. Give them the agent permissions, that give them that user the agent permissions. So these permissions I'm talking about, let me tell you. Field service agent permissions and field service agent license, you have to give them. As of now, I will be doing the customer, I'll be taking the customer call, suppose, as of now. So customer request is coming via case in field service lightning. How, which customer is requesting a case or logging, raising a case? How do I know from which territory it is coming from? Okay. So agent, field service agent will create a case, work order, and schedule appointments, sometimes on the behalf of a customer. Customers, they are calling to the field service agent based on their on call. Then field service agent, they are creating a case. So if I will go to here, let me go to the case object first. Okay. So what I will do, I will create a case. Suppose I will create a case. Suppose as of now, I am the case owner. Okay. Case status is new, priority medium. Case origin is, suppose I have received a phone call from the customer. Suppose I have customer is, suppose it is a account type of customer. It is a business customer. It's not a person account. Suppose I'm considering as a business account. So I have suppose Dream House Reality. This is the account I am just considering. They are raising a case. Customer is the main means let's walk through the customer journey. Means they are actually making the field service works. Okay. So like, because everything about the customer problem, mobile technician, dispatcher, everybody should solve the customer problem. Like this field service will work. Now suppose type is mechanical. Okay, type is mechanical. So now what I will do, so I will create a case here. So if every information I have populated, okay, webmail additional informations I am not giving as of now. So I am saving that. Okay. So when I'm creating a case, look at this. Work orders is the child object. Work order it is a comprehensive view of field service. That's why work order is the child object of case. So once your case has been created, what you can do? You can create a work order assigned into that case. If you go to the new, okay. So suppose I am choosing the Los Angeles demo service territory here. Okay, the question you have asked that how which territory the customer calls comes in, how do I know? So once the case has been generated, I have definitely managing few of the areas in this territory. So once the case is coming into my system, being a service agent, I am creating the case. I have an option to choose which service territory the case comes in, means the issue has been raised. That's why I'm generating the work order, and that's why I'm associating that work order into that case. And also granular level, once you are choosing that service territory, here is the option address. You can choose the address over here also. You can put the zip code and postal code, and you can put the country and state province to create the case. Let me creating the work order, then I will tell you one mandatory thing that actually I will be discussing. So let me tell you, create the work order first. So let me choose the work type here. Water schedule maintenance. No, suppose I am just mm, choosing as a okay, water schedule maintenance. As of now, I am choosing that. Okay, so now priority is low, and parent work order I'm not choosing. Asset, that's fine. Case, that's fine. Everything is fine. I'm not choosing any address over here. So let me save this. Okay, my work order has been created, and then what is happening? My service appointment has been created. Okay, so now what I will do, I will edit the work order. I will edit the work order first. Put that address over here. Let me put the address. So what will happen when you have just created the work order, you have a feasibility to define the service territory, and you have a feasibility to define define the address also. So what will happen? So your work order has that specific address, and your work order has that specific service territory also. So when you go to the service appointment, there also the address of options is there. You can put the address over here. Just a second, let me refresh. Okay, look at this. When my service appointment has been generated, same territory, this is actually replicated from the work order. This specific appointment has been auto generated from this work order. Look at this. This service territory has been auto populated. Okay, so I will tell you one thing, how it is being geocoded then. So there is one options in field service lighting, which every time you need to follow. So if I'll go to here, suppose I'll go to classic. I'm going to say, we'll discuss in detail in our class. So let me tell you, answer your questions, how it is being geocoded. If I go to the data integrations rule, you have to be very careful that your service appointment geocoded address, your service territory's geocoded address, your service territory member geocode address, your work order address geocodes, your work order line item address geocodes. These are automatically there, which is the data services data.com geo. So you have to check that all data integrations rule are properly populated or not. So if I go to the service appointment address, it is active, okay, and bypass triggers should be unchecked. So bypass trigger is unchecked here. So you have to check these five data integrations rule that it has been properly set up or not. So if we'll go to the service appointment, if I'll go to the classic and I'll just open the service appointment. If we'll go to the service appointment, I'm opening one service appointment. So here what is happening, your data integration rules are there. Okay. So I have just after creation of the service appointment, I have populated the address. That's why this is showing as not compared. But how this has been geocoded, once you are creating, while you are creating the case, and that from case your work order has been generated and your service appointment has been auto generated, this data integrations rule is actually responsible to geocoding that specific latitude and longitude which was mentioned in the address level or territory level. Okay, so that should be in sync. I'm coming to the dispatcher console. Let me go to the dispatcher console. If I'll go to the field service now, let it open. Yeah. So what I will show you, like what is possible via dispatcher console. What dispatcher can do. Okay. So first of all, being a dispatcher console, definitely you will be able to see that what service resources are available under which service territory. Now, few of the configurations he can able to set up after opening the dispatcher console. What are those? Once he will do the manual setup, once he will just manually try to set up those manually try to set up a service appointment to a service resource, manually try to assign, then he need to select a policy here. Okay, so this policy is basically, as of now I'm just giving you some overview. We will discuss in detail because policy is a very big chapter. Policy is basically, you need to choose a policy being a dispatcher in field service to use to schedule the appointment. Okay, right now suppose my organization's using, suppose, customer first policy. Okay, so you can change the policy if your organization has a different business priority. Suppose you're the customer, which is actually, suppose you are the customer, you are actually representing from your organizations, you are raising a case, and I am a field service agent. I am just taking your case to log into my system, and I'm generating the work orders for that. So when it is going to the dispatcher is trying to schedule that appointment to a specific service resource. Suppose you raise a case or you raise a request, that service appointment needs to be treated in an emergency basis. So you have a feasibility being a dispatcher to choose the emergency policy. We'll be discussing in detail. It's a different chapter or module. In the granular level, the components we will be discussing. But let me tell you the overview. So if I'll choose the emergency policy and James Jones has, suppose, 5 service appointments already tagged to his calendar in his calendar. So suppose number 6 service appointment is coming into his calendar, then what in his bucket, if that is that is chosen in the emergency policy via dispatcher, so James Jones, he has to take care of that appointment first on top of the others. That 6th number of service appointment will be taking a priority. Okay, so this is the usage of policy. So now coming to this option, I'm just navigating the dispatcher console to you today. So this is the territory, as I have already shown you. From here you can able to select, means dispatcher can able to select the service territories to display the appointments not associated with the service territory. Okay, so I am a field service dispatcher, so I can always display my home territory. So suppose I have chosen, Los Angeles demo. So Los Angeles demo is my home territory. So I can, or I'm managing this territory. So I can select and deselect this territory from here. Okay. So that is the service territory filtering. So now time frame. This is very important. This is very important. Just cancelling it. Time frame is very important. Here you will be able to see horizon and match Gantt dates is there. Time frame is basically, it is the dispatchers list. Suppose Darren Macmillan, I am making a dispatcher. So this time frame is basically showing that Darren's appointment list matches with the Gantt. Okay, so the appointment, suppose if I'll be choosing this territory, suppose I'm choosing day 3rd, because yesterday I have created few service appointment for some territory. So if I'll just cancel it, and I'm just able to see some territory, suppose go to suppose few service appointment already assigned to Simon Cliff of 2nd of November. So look at this. Here all the service appointments, actually if horizon is 1, 2, 2, 2, and if you are selecting this specific match Gantt dates checkbox, so all those service appointments which will be coming under this specific service resource, who what actually assigned on the day of November. So you'll be able to see those service appointments. So time frame is basically, it will help you to choose different type of dates to display or set the time horizon. Okay, now go to this option. This option is very important. So let me choose today and go back to here. So if I choose this options, dispatcher console settings will come. So you can, dispatcher or Darren Macmillan as a dispatcher, he can use to customize the appearance of the appointment list, such as how many appointments you want to show per page. That will be available from here. Filter resources after running the get candidate. Get candidates is a feature. We will be discussing that in a different module. So these are the settings you will be able to do from here. Like this is the brand color coding. This is the front end thing you can able to customize from here. So as of now, default sidebar view is appointment list. You can do the territory filter also. You can click on the set view for today. That means it will only be showing the Gantt starting for today's date. It will not be showing that service appointment which is previous date. Okay. So now if I'll go to here, scroll up, so scheduling window length means it is actually showing the number of days shown before the selected scheduling horizon in the appointment list. So it is default 14. It is actually there. You can change it based on your business requirement. Now service appointment per page, it is 75 is recommended in the dispatcher console. So sometimes what happens, if you will giving more than 75, like 100 or 125, sometimes when we'll be dealing with multiple service appointments in a real project, you have suppose 50 service appointments in one territory. So you will be choosing, suppose service appointment per page is 100, or you'll be choosing service appointment per page is 75. Suppose you are handling 3 territories, each territory contain 50, so 50 into 3, 250 total territories. Per page you will be showing 75 or 100. So sometimes it is, sometimes you can face the performance issue of the dispatcher console. That's why 50 is fine, 75 is fine, or 50 is fine, recommended. You can go to the next page. Pagination is there in the dispatcher console. You can use that. Like this is the pagination thing. So if you will be able to see 50 service appointment, you can go to the next page. That's also fine. But when when you'll be working on that, sometimes you will be able to, you'll face that if I'll choose 50 service appointment in per page, and or more than 50, sometimes this dispatcher console is taking time to load. Okay, so this is the settings, dispatcher console settings. Now I'm going to show you that how the Gantt schedule or dispatcher schedules are showing over here. So first of all, let me tell you one thing. This is basically the resource filter. You can do the resource filter from here. Here you can do the resourcing, resource filter. What are the resource type? They are capacity based, they are active, they are resource type, name, average utilizations, everything you can able to choose from here. he is the technician or agent, none, or dispatcher, asset, crew, planner, every type of resource are there. When you will be setting up service resource, you'll be able to see these options. If I'll go to the service resource, open the record, go to James Jones. So if I'll go to the resource type, look at this. Resource type is a pick list, which is actually coming from the managed package pick list. So it is technician, dispatcher, crew, agent, ascent, planner, everything is there. So from the dispatcher console, you can able to, okay, sorry, dispatcher console, you will able to able to filter this. Okay. Now, let me tell you one thing, which is a very important functionality. This is the options you are able to see from here. Look at this. Here, from here, you can select a non-availability duration for a service resource. Suppose today is 4th and suddenly James Jones, he's not feeling well. So in his calendar, he is available from this time to this time. Okay, that's fine. So now suddenly he is feeling very sick. Okay, so he would like to take some off or non-availability for that specific for today. So here, being a dispatcher, he can create a medical absences for James Jones. Okay, so if you 70 is actually, it is the duration of the non-availability break. Okay, 70 is the representing in minutes. Okay, so you can make it, suppose 75, you can make it 80, 90. I'm making it 90. So if I'm making it 90, just click on that. Default non-availability, sorry, make it 90, and default non-availability, it is, and type is medical. You can put it here from vacation, meeting, training, medical, all those you can put it here. So I'm putting medical unavailability, and what I will do, I'm just drag it and just drop it here. So it is creating a resource absence record for James Jones. Look at this. This is actually representing the medical unavailability from 1:53 a.m. to 1:23 p.m. It is the medical reason. So when I have chosen that, so automatically I have dragged it from here. It is taking the time from here. So now if I go to James Jones record, from here you can create on service resource record, you are able to see his informations. If I go to the related, look at this. Automatically a medical absences has been created. So if I edit that, it will redirecting you to the resource absence page. If I go to the lightning experience, look at this. This resource absence record has been created. So if I'll go to James Jones and related, you'll able to see, I'm scrolling down, one absence record has been created for him. Okay, so this is one feature which you can able to see from here. You can create a non-availability time for a specific particular resources. Okay, now this is the thing, here in my hovering my mouse, this is the thing, this is showing, this is basically represents, or this is basically implying, it is basically assess the health of your schedule at a glance, and it is called key performance indicator, KPI bar, on, okay, in the top right. So this bar shows stats like total schedule time, average travel time per appointment. This is I haven't assigned any service appointment to this service resource. If I'll go to here, suppose second, I have assigned two service resource, two service appointment for Simon Cliff. Okay, so I have checked here, look at this, these are available. Okay, so this is the total schedule time. It is actually, this bar shows the stats like total schedule time. This 33 minutes is average travel time per service appointment. and the number of appointments which are in a jeopardy state. Okay, jeopardy states. So I have 2 service appointments. So look at this, 2 service appointments. So out of 2, no service appointments are in jeopardy states. This 2 is basically representing rule violations that we'll be discussing in detail. What are the rule violations are? So I'm just as of now navigating you that what it is representing. So it is called the key performance indicator for your or you can say that this bar show the stats like total schedule time and average travel time. It is showing the starts. So being a dispatcher, you can take a glance on the KPI bar, okay, and you can able to see that who is available for work, who are the mobile workers, and today who are the mobile workers, they are available for work. Okay, so now I will take you through how to bring up the maps. That is a very important feature in dispatcher console which field services has integrated with the Google map. So if I click on this map, look at this, it can bring the maps over here. Okay, so Janita means myself is Darren Mac, and I have made myself as a dispatcher. My territory is suppose Los Angeles, and the traffic is a very key part of the consideration. So the dispatcher console has covered with the embedded Google traffic map. So okay, so if you click, map layers are automatically loaded into here. So if I enter a location, suppose the locations which is populated in the service appointment, suppose the service appointment I have populated the locations. So if I'll put the location, suppose you have put the locations, look at this, it will directly showing me the that specific area. It is actually mentioned in the green, and you can able to see if the traffic is there or not. If I'll click on that traffic, so the red lines are showing that it is actually showing that traffics or not. So from there, being a dispatcher, he or she can be able to see. This is a dynamic bird's eye kind of thing, dynamic bird's eye view for a dispatcher workforce. So dispatcher usually pops out the map to view it alongside the Gantt. Okay, dispatcher tracks the mobile workers on their daily routes, select the layers of data to display, and even draws a service territories directly on the map. How they can draw the service territories directly on the map? If you click on this, here polygons are there. So you can click suppose I'm choose Los Angeles demo. So okay, let me just choose new. Okay, so I'm just choosing Los Angeles demo territory. Okay, so I'm just clicking on here. So I need to need just a second. I need to just draw my territory. Suppose this. So I'm drawing my territory here. So it is actually showing this kind of territories directly on the map. So dispatcher service areas, I will cancel that. Okay, let me just refresh this one. Send. So what is happening? So what is happening? Dispatcher service areas are displayed as a polygons. Okay, so if they can draw their service territory, they can easily track that which service territory he or she is dealing on. Okay, and dispatcher can able to see that if one service resource is coming from this locations, like I have put this locations here, it is traffic or not, traffics are there or not. So based on that, if 3 service resource he is handling, you can able to decide that less travel time will be required for which specific service resource address, because indefinitely service resource, the addresses will be provided and less travel time calculations will be there. If we'll go back to the Gantt, we'll be able to see from here like how much time it will be required for that service resource to go to the service appointments, to go to the customer's address to get the services, to give the services. So this is the overall dispatcher console for the dispatchers.